Hello there, this is Sadie, and it's enough procrastinating. We're now going to get on with trying to continue the streak, and emphasis on trying because we've rolled Stealth B. If I win this game, it'll be 500 on this profile. That's a good little incentive, as well as continuing the best streak I've ever had. So. But it's Stealth B. We might just get completely screwed in the first sector. Let's find out. I have my special Stealth B keyboard in. Okay, well, there's a bunch of fights around us. That's very positive, especially since they're all just non-hazard fights. What's not good is that our only ways forward go through this beacon and that beacon, which could potentially force us into hazards. Actually, no, there's that way as well. 1, 2, 3... I think we're going to take these 3 fights and then see about moving forward. The exit in this sector sucks, but you know, obviously we couldn't have good things in a Stealth B run. So let's see how we're gonna fare. This fight is not too bad. Let's fight the ship. Okay, so they have their weapons aren't manned. They have a basic laser and a heavy laser. The heavy laser is the faster weapon. Let's count to 7 here, and then do the sensors dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that was very well timed. 1, 2, 3. Only problem is I don't know how many. I might depower this slightly early. If I lose a few frames, so be it. Unfortunately, I may have been powered at the moment that he was firing. I probably should have dashed the sensors very slightly earlier. So let's wait until the basic laser is ready to fire. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Cloak now. You get back to weapons. We got hit through the cloak there by the heavy laser. Fortunately, it was not aimed at anything important. The ship also has rock plating, so it might not die to one glaive beam. But we will take the weapons down, so... They didn't get any rock resists. Not a bad fight, although that's the minimum reward we could have got, which is unfortunate. I'm going to take this extra fight as well. Let's now get my weapons person back up to full health. Oh yeah, I need to vent though. cloaking room as well. Okay, we're ready to go. This is non-ideal. They may have offensive drones. Their heavy laser is also manned, even if they don't have offensive drones. One. Oh, no. One. Oh. Good. Are they sending over? They're sending over an ion intruder. Great. I've lost the count, so I'm gonna run to the pilot room. I'm gonna do the sensors dash now. I think, thankfully, this is landing far enough away that it's not gonna hit my weapons. The bad news is it's gonna land in my piloting, and that will remove my evade. So there will be more chance that I get hit through cloaking. Yeah, I went way too soon there. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can't do this for the bomb as well, or at least we can't do it on the same cloak, so I'm going to repower cloak right now. Keep my pilot in here for just a moment. Good, that worked. Get you out of there. Turn the O2 on. Oh god. It's in the room right next to my weapons. That was close. You can see where this is going. That is 2 fights in a row we've got the minimum scrap payout that we could have got. That's exceedingly annoying. Go heal. I was going to look at the map, and of course I can't because I don't have a pilot right now. Well, there's another fight. Okay, so... No, don't end the O2. Should I take this one? I can probably get all 3 fights in. I'm just concerned that if the bottom one forces me into a hazard, that could be quite bad. I also can't get that close to it. I think I might go here and here. This way I have 2 jumps to go forward. So I can only be forced into a hazard if both of them are. This only has 1 jump forward. And if I take all 3 of them, I won't be able to go here. I won't be able to say go here and then there. I won't have enough time, I don't think, Actually, what am I saying? I will. Because there's... Yeah, actually, I will have enough to do that. So, in that case, I'll take all 3 fights. And hopefully, we don't make the minimum amount of scrap from these, as we have been doing at both of the fights we've had so far. Okay, well, this is an outpost, so that's a guaranteed double reward. That's the good thing. The bad thing is they have level 3 weapons and a teleporter. I think we still have to take this fight. Like, they don't have hacking, they don't have things like flak or the like that would be more dangerous. It's the heavy laser that's really dangerous. We are fast enough to shoot before the chain laser, as long as they don't bore directly into weapons. I'm going to immediately send my pilot to door control here. And they won't have manned lasers because they're going to board me, so let's go. Go at 6.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now. Although, unfortunately, they are running towards my sensors, which will fuck with my ability to micropause. Can I maybe distract you? Oh shit. I was a bit slow there. Well, I don't know what happened there. I guess this must have been quicker because he started in that room, so the charge time was a bit weird. So, no micropause thing, it's just old-fashioned, hope that the cloak is good enough. And it was good. The nearer the beam is to being straight, in a straight line, the less time it actually takes to travel between rooms, which can be critical in not allowing them to get a shot off before they take out weapons. Yay! Cloaking up immediately. Actually, let's just absolutely check before we do that we don't have. We do have a store, I'm still not going there, actually. Maybe we can go there later, but it's too important to get this. It's not like we could afford hacking if we went there anyway. And we're obviously not going to that asteroid beacon to farm scrap up first. Okay. So this should make the early... This is a pretty decent start. We've only taken 2 damage and we already have the critical cloaking upgrade. And we have more fights to hit. We might be able to go to there, like we could go here, 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 there, and if like we've got a drop or some double rewards or something, we might even be able to afford something useful there. Most likely we'll have to wait for stores until Sector 2, unfortunately. Okay, well I do want to just do a level 3 cloak here, but unfortunately they have a beam drone. Now micropausing and depowering doesn't do anything against this because the combat drone doesn't smart target. So what we need to do is look at where it's aiming the first like 2 times and cloak if it's aiming near to weapons or cloaking. I think that's aimed at sensors, but it could be aimed at cloaking or at weapons, or more importantly, if it's aiming at one of those, it could drag and go into weapons, so I think I have to cloak now, which unfortunately means there's going to be a period at the end of our cloak where we're completely defenseless against the beam drone, and we just have to pray that it doesn't hit our weapons at that time. If it does, we're in very serious trouble. Good, it's looking that way. Okay, good. But yeah, those two shots it took, if it had hit our weapons, we take an absolute crap ton of damage in that fight. I'm still not 100% certain that that shot was actually aimed at our weapons or our cloaking. It may have been aimed at sensors and like could have just hit that and say drag through to there, but I'm not taking that risk. Oh, I haven't explained this because I've done previous videos on Stealth B, but if this is the first time you see me playing Stealth B, I'm venting to below 50% oxygen because the enemies on hard smart target about 25% of their shots, which is to say, instead of just shooting at a random room, they pick rooms off a more narrow list of priority targets like your weapons. And on this ship, you're cloaking as well, which cloaking is obviously... Weapons are obviously disastrous to have hit on this ship, and so is cloaking. So by venting O2 below 50%, you add oxygen to that list as well, and that minimizes, because the list has more entries in it, it's less likely that you will take a shot on your two most critical systems. So this only works on hard because the enemies don't smart target before them, and it doesn't work on certain things. It only works on weapons. It doesn't work on, say, beam drones or things like asteroids or anything like that. But it is still, you know, one of the tactics that you can use, along with the depower nonsense I was doing earlier, to actually try to tilt things slightly in your favor on this terrible ship. Okay, there's a pirate that is going to board us. If we do this, I think they actually don't die. They would take 2 on each, yeah. But if we do this, they will die. So let's pre-cloak, run somebody to doors. The pre-cloak delays them from being able to board us. As long as they don't board into my weapons, our glaive beam will go off before their weapons do, and they will just die. They might actually fire the heavy laser as they are dying, unfortunately, but I can't do anything about that. No. Come on, double reward. Destroy the ship and salvage it. We could get a fleet delay by picking the other option, but I just want actual scrap. Oops. I meant to hit the button. C is the button that cloaks, obviously, and the button that opens all your doors is X, so they're right next to each other on the keyboard, so I hit the wrong one. As I've mentioned previously, I need to use a different keyboard to play Stealth B because I can't micropause on my normal keyboard. Okay, good. We're not being forced to jump into an asteroid field or any bollocks like that. I'm probably not going to that store, unless this has, like, an absolutely brilliant reward, which maybe it does. This is a possible double reward, I think. This one we use basically the same tactics we used last time. Pre-cloak. Now, this is not great. I think my doors hold long enough that I get the shot off. Yep. Good. Contact. Nice. Well, we got a double reward. We have the nice amount of scrap. If we sold the long-range scanners, we could afford hacking. The problem is, I think that I wouldn't do that at this point, because we don't have shields, and you need long-range scanners to not, you know, blunder into an asteroid field or something like that. Now, there could be a good weapon, say, in the store. Oh, yuck. Well, I think we're going up to the store just because our alternatives seem terrible. The only problem with going upwards is if it turns out that, say, this jump, or this one are forced hazards, we'll have a difficult time getting to the exit without diving. I think we do it anyway. Okay. They have some ridiculous weapons here. I think I can afford to get the flak and the burst too if I sell the glaive beam. Let me just check. Actually, no, I don't know that I can. 69 plus 47 is 116. No, I can't. Minus 65. I can get... Oops. I could sell the glaive beam and buy the flak and the burst 1. And I'm quite tempted to do that. Because those are level 4 weapons. They don't one-shot things, but I can actually use those to disable enemy weapons in reasonable amounts of time. I'd love to be able to get the burst 2 and the burst 1, but I can't. And why couldn't we have got a drop? Let's take a look at the map. I mean, the risk with going that route is you don't one-shot things. It somewhat wastes the 50 scrap we spent on level 3 cloaking until we get a few more, a few more upgrades. And because it doesn't one-shot, it makes us more vulnerable against ships that have, say, drones and weapons, because we would need to disable both of them. The advantage is it helps hugely in our scaling, like against ships with level 2 shields, the glaive beam on its own is pretty bad. Whereas if we go for, if we get flak and a burst 1, we can transition pretty easily into just being an ordinary gunship. I think the other alternative is to do none of these things and hold out for a store with hacking that we can actually afford once we get a bit more scrap. I feel like that's a mistake. We already have high enough weapons to use these. Okay, well that's very good. We won't need to do any micropause nonsense because our weapons are now fast enough to actually, shoot. Now we just need to save scrap in the next sector to try to get shields. And then we can be just a perfectly normal gunship. Of course, we immediately get a ship with a fire drone and the mini beam. Well, this is going to try to set fires for a bit. Fortunately, it's mostly doing them in rooms that have no... Are you kidding? That's still burned down. Ridiculous. Let's steal power back with our Zoltan so that we can do this. You go fix the medbay. And we get a free NG. Which, I don't particularly care for. I'd rather had scrap there as my second reward, but hey, we get a free crew member. It's not nothing. The NG is useful for repairs and giving blue options. Put him on doors for now. I'm probably eventually going to put him on weapons and replace the human, but I'm going to use the little bit of training that the human has already got. definitely don't have enough to take that fight. We just go here, there, and out. Nothing, that's fine. Ion Storm, we don't mind that too much. Although, this is obviously not ideal. Chuck the flak into there. So yeah, this fight, if we were using the Glaive Beam, would be a total catastrophe. It's still bad, but, you know, we'll win it. Let's see if we can hit their weapons with our flak. I'm not particularly convinced we can. Oh, well, I guess we can. Do not let that combat drone come back. I actually don't need to do the O2 venting now, thinking on it, because it's not such a catastrophe if our weapons take a hit. Yep, sell 5 missiles. Altogether, that was a pretty good Sector 1. We made 162 scrap. We are no longer being forced to use the Glaive Beam. We're going Abandon, not Zoltan, because we don't want to fight Zoltan shields. These sectors both have 2 stores at them, so let's hope that they are later on in the sector, and that gives us enough time to get to 125 scrap. Or at least 110, so we could get shields by selling the scanners if we have to. Good, we do not spot a store right away. That's positive. I think we have to go here first just to see some of these beacons in case, because, you know, we don't want to, if we take both of these, it's very difficult to get down here, and for all we know, our stores are going to be there and there. Can I go there, 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 and still have time to get to that? Probably not, but there's 2 stores in this sector, actually, so I think I'll still do it. Recloak. That's a lot of dodging they just did. Fortunately, they swapped weapons and we got it offline in time. Nope. Give me more scrap. This NG has 1 damn hit point. This is no good. We're not taking any of those. I think my piloting gets smashed here. I don't think I can do anything about that. And these two who are actually good at fighting to finish those off, and the weaker fighters go and fight in the medbay. So yeah, that's 2 jumps we didn't make any scrap from, which, like, I knew those were empty beacons because of our long-range cannons, but we have to be able to spot things. Yeah, that's why. I now know, I'm not going to this store, but I now know there's only one left in this sector, which is not good. But, you know, at least I have that information, at least. I'm not going to ever see this jump, unfortunately, and probably not that one either. There's a good chance we don't find a store in this sector, which is, sketchy. We will attack the Lanius ship. Like, if I can't get shields, I at least want enough to be able to afford hacking. With the ability to weapon hack, we would be very safe with just hacking. That was too many dodges. There were ways I could have pulled a bit of power out to get an extra 5% evade there, but I'm not sure it would have mattered. Okay. So we have hack buffer. I mean, that's the Hidden Federation base quest. The problem is it leads us in this really... the last couple of bits of this sector are actually quite awful. I hadn't realized this until now. You know, there's a good chance we could get forced into a hazard beacon. Like, if we go... I suppose we could go here, and if this is like a forced hazard, we could jump back. In fact, I think we would have to do that anyway, because we don't have very many jumps before the exit. We have maybe 4. 1, 2, 3. The only way I can see to get 4 jumps before the exit is to go into the asteroid field, which I'm not doing. So it's a choice between fight there and there, or empty jump followed by quest. I think I'm going to take the guaranteed fight. Pre-cloak this, because I'm worried about what they're going to hack. Oops. Well, level 2 is fine here. That's quite bad. Yeah, that got a bit scary. Okay, that indicates that I need to get my O2 all the way back up. We got a high scrap reward, that's good. Okay, there's the other store. We don't have as much scrap as we need. Is it worth going into an asteroid field to do this? Any reward we get there, even the minimum 12, will give us enough scrap that we can buy shields. Because even if we get 12, we'll be at 116. We sell the long-range scanners, we get shields. I think if we still only had the glade beam, that I would not want to do this. but we have faster weapons now, and we're still able to damage enemies even if, say, one asteroid hits our weapons. We also have the ability to level 3 pre-cloak, so we can do that and ride out a lot of the early asteroid storm. I think we're gonna risk this. Let's also just make sure I don't dive if I do this. No, we don't. It's close, but we can go here, there, out. So, we're going into the asteroid field deliberately. Good luck to us. This ship doesn't look too bad. We're just going to immediately cloak. Look at where that first asteroid was aimed. I'm going to actually use the full cloak timing here, because even though my weapons are ready to fire, I want to get nearer to... There are like lulls in the asteroid fields every now and again, and I want to get closer to being there before I'm not cloaked. No. I maybe could have accepted that to charge my FTL faster. Okay, good. Now, get my engines going as fast as possible. We'll be able to cloak in a moment. Yep, there we are. If we had only got 2 more, we could have potentially afforded shields here without having to give up long-range scanners. But we can't, and getting shields is too important. Okay. We are now a little bit like a normal gunship, except our shields are behind where they would typically be. We will attack the slaver. This ship might be crew killable. Although I kind of assumed we would take at least one of their weapons off there. Good dodge. I mean, they're fixing with Mantis, who obviously suck at fixing things. So maybe we can take the Rochu down. The fact that it's level 2 makes it more difficult. And that we have to keep their weapons down as well. I'm hoping that when they get 1 point of repair, they bring the ion back, not the laser. Of course, this being a slaver, it may not even be best to get a crew kill here, thinking on it. Crew kill has a chance... In fact, yeah, let's just blow them up, because a crew kill has on a slaver ship... No, I'm not taking a human, I'm taking your high scrap reward. A crew kill on a slaver ship, there's 3 options. One is just you get a high scrap reward, which is like you would get for blowing it up. The second is you get a high scrap reward with a random crew member, which is the best reward. And the third is you get a medium scrap reward, but you get to pick between an NG, a Mantis, and a Rock. I would rather have the guaranteed high scrap reward there than have the 1 in 3 chance that I'm going to get, you know, less scrap and another crew member that I don't need. I want the shield buffer, but I'm going to just hold until I'm in the next sector. Explore the asteroid field. We can do this fairly safely now. Vent this border. Good. We're not exactly safe here, but because asteroids can slip through a single shield bubble. But we're mostly safe. Which is about as good as it gets on Stealth B. I'm gonna cloak right now because I can jump out of this. Because this is the exit beacon, I can jump away safely, and my cloak will just recharge at the entry beacon in the next sector. Uncharted or Mantis. We've unfortunately sold our long-range scanners, which makes Uncharted better. Uncharted has more choices at Sector 4, but then if we go Mantis, it's only a forced purple sector, which, you know, worst case is like Slug. That's fine. I feel like Mantis is decent here. We're okay with boarding, and really what we need now is to just find a few fights. Ideally we could find the ship collectors there, but really we just need to get some scrap to upgrade our ship a little bit more. Now Mantis is generally a pretty bad scrap sector, unfortunately, though. Uncharted, though, can be as well, especially if you don't have your scanners anymore, which we don't. And I don't have any of the things that can make Nebula more reliable, like having a rock or having a teleporter. Yeah, I think we go Mantis here. Mantis is also easier to get crew kills against, and easier to find ships we can train on. Okay, we don't see an immediate store, which is all I was waiting on for actually spending my scrap. I think we skip this distress beacon, but we do take this one. Now that we have an NG, our distress options are reasonable. Although actually our advanced cloaking would get the same reward for this, but... Okay, there's a store. I can potentially get 3 jumps here by going here, here, there. If I get 31 more scrap, I can afford hacking there. I think it's worth holding off on second shield for that possibility. Unfortunately, this is a bad event. We're jettisoning the pod, so we don't risk losing crew. Fuck's sake. We're using fuel, we don't use drones. I actually don't think we have another jump here anyway. It's close. We might. But we're going here. Oh, for the love of God, that is 3 straight jumps where we get no scrap. That is fucking pathetic. Unfortunately, Mantis sectors can be like this, but then so can Uncharted Nebulas. If we had had literally 2 more scrap, we could have avoided this, because we would have had the long-range scanners. If I still had my scanners, I'd have gone to Nebula. We didn't have another jump anyway. Well, let's just get the hell out of here. I can't even get my shields now. Let's offer the Mantis up for a bounty. That is a chance for a high reward and less chance that we take damage. Yep. Cool. I need a bit of fuel to even do this. Fuel power to even do this. Among the many bad things about Stealth B is its power situation sucks. Since I'm going to be turning my oxygen off in every fight, I'm going to get it all the way back up before we jump away. Let's not mess around. I'm going to get it up to 100. There could be a second store in this sector. We're getting fortunate in fighting a lot of ships with, well, actually we aren't because we haven't fought many ships, but the ones we have fought in this sector so far I think have both had one shield bubble. Although our weapons do pretty well against two. But, you know, obviously always better to fight weaker ships. They have a med bay and an engine instead of solar flare. I'm not trying to get a kill here. We put this out in time, just in time. Good work, NG. I know the human help, that was mostly the NG. Ugh, Pulsar. Well, this isn't too bad. We can cloak this as long as that doesn't get ionized, and actually we can make that not really dangerous by running the Zoltan in there if necessary. I deliberately waited there because I knew that the shields were going down. Okay, this is a little bit dangerous just because if that had hit my weapons, I'd have been in trouble. But it didn't, and they're dead now. It's the ship collectors! Always when you're in a Mantis sector, look out for this line. This is the ship collectors event. You can also somewhat tell them by the fact that they're one of the rare Mantis ships that doesn't have an NG in them, but there are actually some other events that are like that, so I wouldn't rely on that. Look out for this line. Your ship would make a mighty fine prize. That might be the nicest thing anyone's ever said about Stealth B, to be honest. I actually need to keep my O2 on. Hey, you, go to shields. Oops. Hi. The keys are not where I'm used to because I'm using a different keyboard, so I hit the wrong button to fire first. Okay, there we go. So as soon as he heals, they should just start running. And they'll charge up very quickly. Good. After them. Good. Good quest location. That's a fight has a guaranteed weapon drop. And it's a weapon drop that we can actually double dip on. If the first one they offer is bad, we reject and blow them up. And the fight is a little bit sketchy because they will board us with multiple mantis. Get another power bar here. So we're going to go here, here, probably there, there, and out. I think we have enough time to do that. It's kind of tight, actually. Well, we'll take these two and then reassess. I might have to just do the quest now. More free borders. Our scrap totals the last two sections have been pretty pathetic. Let's just quickly check. Yeah, we only made 115 in Sector 2. We've actually made 103 so far in this sector, and we will get you know, another lot of scrap plus a weapon drop. So it'll be okay, not great. Let them through, we can get combat skill. We haven't found a ship that it would be appropriate to train on, unfortunately. The good thing about swapping off that damn slow glaive beam is that we actually get weapons training at a meaningful pace. This ship is okay. Okay, we're gonna cloak this bomb. We can take the weapons offline, we can use that combat drone to grind a bit. Their anti-drone decided to be a defensive drone too, apparently. Oh yuck, now they're running. Okay, their piloting is fully destroyed. So we should be able to, this shot actually is guaranteed to hit, because we can see that piloting is red there. If it was yellow, I would accept this offer, because there'd be a risk it misses and then they just escape. But because that's not the case, we refuse their surrender, we get 17 scrap. Which admittedly is not much more than they were offering us anyway. It's 5 extra. We do not have another jump, unfortunately, it's just off. So we have to go to the ship collector's quest, and then to the exit. I should have let my O2 recharge all the way, that was a mistake. Yeah, because this is a Mantis bomber, one problem here is that it can spawn with more shields than are typical for this sector, which is why this has 3 shields. But we should be reasonably safe here with cloaking. We cloak the big missile, and we don't care about the ion stunner, really. We might even be able to get them to stun their own Mantis. I'm firing the wrong weapons in the wrong order again. Okay, we took that down. That's a breach missile, which is a very, very slow weapon. And they're going to take forever to ever fix it. So we don't need to fire at that again. The risk in this fight is, as in the previous encounter with the ship collectors, they do start running at a certain point. And they don't charge their FTL quite as quickly as they did there, but they still charge it faster than a normal ship would. I'm wondering if it's worth killing these two by cloaking for the max time. I think it is, because then they only have 2 people left to repair. If we damage shields and weapons, they won't even be able to charge their FTL. Let's do that. They would normally be warping back, but they can't because we are cloaked. So they're down now. And now if we shoot and hit their shields, he runs to fix those. Go steal a bit of power so I can actually run my oxygen. You have to get out of there for a moment. Yeah, so now they're trying to run, but they don't actually have a pilot, so they can't charge their FTL. And when we hit them one or two more times, well, when we hit them for another little bit of damage, they will offer to surrender. They'll give us a weapon offer and some scrap. If the weapon is bad, we can reject and blow them up. However, that's a good weapon. Yeah, we could beat the game with these. I would ideally replace at least one of the burst laser ones with something else, but hey, if we can't, it'll do. And we have enough to buy hacking as well, so we're in a very, very good position. If we get hacking, we just win the run at this point. And, you know, we have most of our hull. We're going into what is probably a slug sector next, in which case we'll have more opportunities to get other systems, because they have lots of stores. There's a risk with slug sectors that they have more shielding, much like that ship we just fought, but they won't have weak sauce weapons. Yeah, we'll do that. That's a very good deal. Okay, unfortunately it's an uncharted nebula, which may have no stores at all. Gonna do this right now. It doesn't prevent our ability to get hacking, and it's useful in case we need to run away. The evade doesn't really matter. It's 5%. It's not relevant particularly, but try to follow them. This fight is pretty safe. The Flak 2 is very slow, and we can cloak it pretty much every time. Especially if we do any damage to their weapons, we will be able to cloak it every single time, or just, you know, knock it offline. That works too. Okay, dodge all my shots. Why don't you? Cloak. Temporarily depower the flak to give me more evade. Actually, I can wait. Let's use our micro pausing. Since we have the keyboard installed, all we need is the extra. Did I actually put it into evade? I'm not sure that I did. The idea was to depower the flak there for a moment so that I could put the power from the flak into evade, get an extra 10% for a couple seconds, and then switch it off. But I don't think I actually did that. I think I only did the depowering. Because I'm a dum-dum. This ship is running away. There's a fire in their weapons room, that's good. However, their FTL is already basically charged, and they'll be having people trying to fix that. We have to take this. If they fix their piloting, they'll get away. Like, their FTL actually switched to jump imminent. I mean, I don't know how many. If we had sensors, like, well, if we do have sensors, if we could see with the nebula, I could tell where their crew were and thus decide on that basis. But no, I have to take the offer to make sure I actually make scrap from this, which sucks. I want to see this jump because there's a 50-50 chance of there being a stored a non-nebula beacon in this sector, and there's only 2 available beacons, so they're a pretty high priority to just spot. Let's chase them. Good, we didn't get screwed over on that. That's the positive thing. The negative thing is this effectively has 4 shield bubbles because of the fucking overcharger drone. We might just end up running from this fight. If I can't knock stuff off on the first fall. In fact, do you know what? We're just going to run. Charge our engines all the way, do a long cloak. We'll do a long cloak when we need to. We don't currently have to. The odds of us being able to do damage here are exceedingly small, and powering our weapons means not using our full cloak or using our full engines. And all it would take would be for them to say, hit our piloting, and hit our shields, and then a cascade would be set off. Get the fuck out of there. Let's attack the auto ship. This is also dangerous because it's a double drone ship, and our cloaking is still on cooldown, and we can't power both of our shield bubbles, but that's the problem with us having to jump out of that last fight with our cloaking still down. Cloak this. Okay, now we can get the second shield up. Run you to shields. Shoot weapons. Damn it. Very bad. But their missile is down now. If we had the ability to set breaches, we could leave them possibly with just a combat drone and grind dodges here, but we have no ability to do breaches. Gonna leave one shield bubble up in case they, fix their drones and get the beam drone back. That was some good dodging. Now we can't run our second shield for a moment. Well, we survived that, and that was a very good reward. We survived that nasty situation from the previous fight and, the hangover from not being able to have our cloaking for the first 10 seconds. No store there, unfortunately. And I'll be back in a bit. We are back. It's been quite a while at my end, but that's one of the reasons I do recordings instead of trying to do these things on live stream. Now, as I recall, Sector 4, we haven't spotted the store yet. I want hacking, but I'm thinking about, I know we had this fight that we ran away from where the enemy had 3 shield bubbles in a overcharger drone. I'm a little worried about 3 shield enemies generally, and I'm wondering, I have enough scrap that I could do this and get the other burst laser online. And I'm thinking that might be a good idea. Let's see, if I do that and I sell the defense drone, I'm at 40 scrap. So I'm not far off being able to do that and still afford hacking. I think I will do it. I'm not going to buy the power yet, which means it's going to be a little bit awkward to actually use this, but I want to have this as an option in case we come across an enemy with lots of shielding. If we survive to get hacking, we win the run. So it's just a matter of making sure I do survive long enough to do that. Well, this is annoying. You get in there. Swap in. What the? Some weird things were happening with the controls there. Okay, you filled in enough. Okay, good. I haven't spotted the store yet. I don't want to for a couple of jumps until I have enough scrap that I can sell the defense drone for hacking. Okay, it's these guys. I do wish I could run 2 shields here, but I don't have anything like enough power. Good. Oops. Oh, we've actually taken out their teleporter, so he can't warp back. We'll just kill him then. No. No. That's not very much scrap. Good. Just need one more lot of scrap, and we don't see a store, so we should be able to get that back. And I'll buy the power for the other burst laser once I'm sure I can do that and still keep 80. Okay, so the store, there should be one in the nebula, unless there should be one store in the nebula and possibly one outside the nebula. Unless this is one of those no store nebulas. It's not anywhere down here, so let's go up. I may dive this sector, because by the end of it I should be, we have level 3 cloaking. Let's do this, because this puts me above the threshold. We could have taken the fight to try to get more, but there's a risk he could run away. Whereas we take a bribe, that doesn't happen. You're an oxygen. As a small digression, one of the other many things that suck about Stealth B is the venting on this ship is awful. You only have 3 external vents on the entire ship. There are ships that have more external vents than that in individual rooms. Remove their ability to evade. Okay. We can afford to buy 2... No, not 2. We can only afford to buy 1 at the moment, because we can still sell that defense drone for 25. Okay, there's the Nebula store. So let's take this extra jump. Big fat nothing. That's not here. Pity. Sell the defense drone. Since there was a chance of there being another store in this sector in the non-nebula, as well as just there being a store early next sector, I'm not spending any scrap on things like the battery or mind control here, even though I eventually want both of those. Hacking is what makes me safe. That is... okay, there is no other store in this sector, unfortunately. That's also 3 consecutive jumps, basically, where we've done nothing. I will sell 6, because we don't currently have anything that uses drone parts. And we're going to be diving here, unfortunately. We will attack this ship. Shouldn't be in too much danger here. Nope. Whenever I can buy power and keep myself above 80 for the next little while, I'm going to do that, because I want to be able to actually run my cloaking system without having to make rather large sacrifices. Okay, well, here's the dive. Unfortunately, it's a dive with an ASB, but their weapons are not too bad. This isn't ideal, though. I was hoping to keep them in that room, but they got through just in time. That will reduce my evade chance against this ASB. Okay, that's good though. Let's just turn these off. I'm not going to try to kill this ship, so... Okay, good. That's burned down. And out safely with no damage. Zoltan Homeworlds. Bad Zoltan event could just end us. I'm going to another nebula. It's unfortunate because there's more stores in the Zoltan Homeworlds, and of course, if we could get a Zoltan shield, that would be fantastic. But I would rather avoid the risk of us hitting something that kills us. So many empty nebula jumps. It's this event again. Really? Nope. Give me more scrap than that. Much better. Okay, so there's one beacon we're not going to get to see. So our nebula store could unfortunately be there, but not a great deal I can do about that. Man, I'm finding a lot of empty jumps. This is why it's so sad that we had to sell the long-range scanners. We'd have made so much scrap, more scrap the last two sectors if we hadn't needed to do that. But we should win all these combats now. Yes, please do come fight us in the medbay. Oh, when the other person died, you just stopped there for whatever reason. Let's keep store hunting. This sees more jumps. Getting a bit low on fuel as well. I'm not risking my crew. Gonna take one extra jump here because I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Yikes. Well, we're gonna have to do a lot of venting because okay, good. Oops. You get out of there. Why am I not venting into that room? Yeah, that was just a misplay, but whatever. Okay, now we're fine. Now I'm going to save all my scrap in case we see hacking and, say, mind control at the same time. Open fire. Run away. Gotta cloak that. I don't want them bombing my med bay. And, you know, they were thinking about it. Go and fix that immediately. Because, yeah, they're boarding again. That fucking NG they've got over there. This bomb is causing us so many problems, but now it's gone. Good. You go fix that. You go heal again. You too. There we go, we found the Nebula store. Let's go there. We need to buy fuel and ideally hacking. Yay, they have hacking. They even have mind control too. We can get both of them. Okay. We should now be good. We could still use some upgrades. I wouldn't mind replacing one of the burst ones with, say, a heavy 2 or something like that, but let's go investigate. No, we will not risk our crew. Attack the auto ship. I think we're gonna hack. Since we only have level 1 hacking, I'm gonna hack hack piloting. I normally prefer to hack weapons, but you know, you want to have upgraded hacking for that ideally, and we of course don't. We can guarantee doing 4 damage to weapons this way, and that takes all their weapons offline. Hacking 2 will be the first upgrade that I get. Not quite enough scrap for it, no, though, unfortunately, after that, because we didn't get the double reward. More empty jumps. Honestly, I'd rather search among the stores which could get a fight. Yeah, I'd rather have a fight than a store at the moment. You know, the store would be nice for fuel, but that's the only thing it would be good for. Whereas really all we need is to get a bit of scrap now. Ah. Well, they're going to cloak again, but we now have our second shield back, which means we're completely safe. That's a 15-second cloak. Now let's just quickly look. Okay, there's no non-nebula store, so let's do this and this. I will take that. More reactor is useful here, and we have enough power, enough drones that I feel like we could give that up. Use our improved sensors to perform a scan of the area and get this fight. Are you kidding? That was perfectly lined up. I keep... Okay, doesn't matter, we got double fire. But yeah, I keep hitting the wrong damn button. Good, that's burned down. Let's see if we can get a crew kill out of this. You're gonna burn to death. These two will put that fire out, but they'll take damage doing it, and then I'll mind control one of them. If these all hit, we get it. And that was a very, 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 very worthwhile thing to do. So that was incredible. Got some immediate stores. I could buy backup battery now by selling burst 1. I'll take like one more jump. I want to buy all the fuel that's there, and probably a few drones as well now. Yeah, participate in the study, give me free stuff. I might be able to hit 2 stores just to get more stuff, but not sure. Goodbye burst laser 1. Backup battery. There we are. We're in really, really good position now. Sadly, we get nothing here. We will accept their offer of surrender and have them give us free stuff. Do this. I can't get 100% cloak evade because I'm not fully trained yet, but I'm not far off it. I'll probably just be able to find a fight where I can get training. Destroy and loot the ship and give me more free stuff. Cool. Did we go to this other store just to get more fuel? I don't think so. That's not a very... takes me into a bad part of the sector. We'll use our sensors and get a blue option. Cool. Scan the battlefield and get some free stuff. You'll notice even though it's in Sector 6, it normally costs 25 scrap to get level 2 sensors, and we got 21 scrap from that late in the game. So, yeah, I don't generally find, although we've had 2 in the last 2 sectors, I generally don't find the sensors is worth upgrading for blue options. It's just, this ship starts with upgraded sensors, which is a good thing, because if it didn't, you could not do the depower trick. These people still are in the foolish cult of having a glaive beam. We have become enlightened and left that behind. Dark and distant memory. This might be crew killable. Unfortunately, we can't really get that down because of the ionization to our weapons. And yeah, we got it down just too slow to stop that person from respawning. And in that case, let's just blow them up. No. That offer is bad. Let's get out of here. Nope. We're gonna take all of these jumps at the back, or at least as many of them as we can. I don't think it's worth diving, so it's probably only 3. Yeah, it's 3. So here, 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 out. In an NG sector, the odds that you're finding like fights by diving are pretty damn low. Okay, there's a carrier quest to give us 5 drone parts. We can just go and do it immediately. Okay, this one has a chance to lose crew. I'm just keeping the drone parts then. Let's go to the distress beacon. Hooray, a fight. We'll let them shoot the basic lasers and then hack immediately. Desync, get a big fire. We can probably go for a crew kill here since they have a clone bay. That guy's gonna die. I'm probably gonna just let him clone because I want to have more time for this fire to spread. It'll probably burn out in that room, but then I can trap them in there and break their oxygen, and then they'll suffocate. Well, so you two fight each other. Sure, head on in. Are you fucking joking? Their pilot was not back by then. They just dodged all of that. Okay, that's 2 down. Nope. Good, good. We got this now. You know, you can win that, but the fire's just going to spread back there. I could probably just pick him off with the lasers, but I don't want to risk accidentally causing them to run somewhere and running at a hull or something like that. We have a definite crew kill here as long as we're patient. Okay, now we can do that. Give them nothing, NGs don't feel fear. I'd like to buy the next shield, but I'll get into the next sector first, just in case. Yeah, that's 3 now. Once again, we get 21 scrap. But still, that's better than nothing. And there is indeed an immediate store here, so let's go and check it out. Could we have stealth weapons? consider buying crew here. Having a 5th crew member would be useful, just to man my shields. Make dealing with boarding situations a little easier. I don't know that we're going to get that many crew kills. We'll get some in the early flagship phases. I think I'm going to buy the rock. Yeah, buy the rock. You can take over on engines since you have full skill and our Zoltan doesn't. Put Zoltan in shields. Let's also do this now. No. We have plenty of drones because we didn't do that delivery quest, or rather the option wasn't one where you can actually... Hey, it's this... Oh no, it's not quite the same. This isn't the one where delivering drones. It's a very similar quest. Let's try to get to the sensor station. Really? That's my own fault for being dumb. If I could leave them with just the burst 2, this would be a great spot to train our last couple dodges. However, that's predicated on me actually hitting their fucking weapon room, which apparently is not possible. Well, we just got a bunch of dodges off it anyway. I have to wait again because I wasted my flak earlier, so I couldn't get a second volley before they cloaked again. Are you fucking kidding? That was 6 dodges out of 8 shots. Finally, we actually fucking hit. Like, maybe we could run them out of bombs and train that way. Certainly seems like we're just going to end up training without even necessarily intending to, because we can't take their weapons down. And we actually only need 2 more dodges, so it'll probably just happen by the end of this fight anyway. We maybe take out their ridiculous evade. Yes, we can. Good. I meant to. Okay, well we got the dodge there anyway, so that's all the dodges we needed. We win here. And we get a map reveal so we can take fights for the rest of this sector. There's no other stores, but we can go fight, 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 fight. Maybe we'll take the quest as well. Don't know. Certainly go here first. That spot's just awkward. Let's mind control you. You know, I could have actually used the hack I had on that room. I don't know why I didn't. Actually, I don't want to kill these guys. I need to somehow stop him from breaking that system while also not killing him. I think I might just kill him. If we want a crew kill, we can probably do it and still take him out. Well, we got a fire there, but couldn't take their clone bay out. So we got that. They are running now, though. I think we might have this. Yep, we got this. Crew kill. One moment. Okay. Be healed. Should I take this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have enough for that. I'm going to skip the quest and take the fights instead. The quest is only a chance to get scrap, whereas the fights, as long as they don't run away, we will definitely get scrap. It's the Rebel Defector. Reject. Okay, this way you can actually tell that this is a real defector because there's a crew icon here. So if we accept the proposal, he will actually join us and give us a quest, and he will actually legitimately join us. So welcome aboard, Kirby. The ship is not very dangerous. We can probably crew kill them. I'm gonna hack the O2. Because like this, they need all their shots to hit to get through our shields for their drones to do anything, and we can just cloak. There we go. And when they break through there, I'll just mind control this guy. Kill that repair drone. Nice work. And now we just need to break this. Mind control you as well. Ugh. That's got him. Cut that out. Cool, we win. I don't allow racists on my shit. Oops, not that one. This one. So anyway, this is the scrap cash that we just got from doing that. It's gonna be crap. It's always crap as well. We'll do it anyway because it's on our path. But still could take damage here. Especially if they're gonna dodge like that. Cloak now. Use as much of the timing as we can, because we're gonna need it apparently. Come on. Finally knock that laser off, only for a moment though. They're going to get it back. Unless we can hit them again, which... Wow. I think there they didn't dodge any of our shots. We finally actually had a volley where they didn't manage to get much dodging going. We also keep blasting their drones, which admittedly stops them from circling us, but it also stops our shots. This is another situation. If I could hull breach their weapons, I'd use this to get shield training, but looks like we're getting most of it anyway. Yep. Okay, we've finally taken out their piloting. Let's use that to blast these shields. Should I now just wait here until we get... I think we should. I don't think they'll get the laser up before this fires 20 times. And we have cloaking and the weapon hack in case they were to do that. I won't even cut this bit because it's not going to take that long. Shield skill is very marginal, but if you have an easy chance like this to get it, you might as well take it. As long as it's safe. Four, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, combat drone. Yeah, let's use a drone to hack into the station. That gets us fleet delay. We actually might not be able to take much advantage of that, but we might. Like, some of these empty jumps might have fights at them. We might also actually be able to get that other quest now. Yeah, I was just a bit fast on that. I'm gonna actually pre-cloak and try to just blow their weapons up. Successfully. Not going for crew kills here, they have dangerous weapons and there's a pulsar. I'm worried about that heavy laser blasting chunks out of me if they manage to get it off while, say, my weapons get ionized or something like that. Hey, we got our long-range scanners back. A bit late, but we did. It might find a fight in Sector 8, I guess. To wait until our shields are no longer... Well, actually, we're jumping into... I don't think this is ever a fight, even though the reward that the, you know, Rebel Defector gave us is generally pretty rubbish. Yeah, it was not as large as advertised. I was justified in inventing that stupid person. I mean, if you're going to join, you know, some disgusting racist rebellion to, you know, make all of the non-human races have, you know, subservient positions, don't really accept that you're, you know, gonna suddenly just leave it because, oh, things are getting hard. You know, you could have maybe raised objections when it was more likely to, you know, matter before it could have grown. This ship is nasty. Double offensive drones, really good weapons, and running away. Oh, for fuck's sake, the backup battery hack depowered one of my weapons. I did not notice that. I need to blast that now. And we can't even do that. The ship probably gets away. Okay, well, we've taken that down at least. Stop depowering a fucking weapon. My weapons are keep getting desynced, of course, because they're doing that. Well, we killed you, that's something. Okay, they can't fix that for a bit. Now we can actually start making progress in this fight. We need to leave some power though, because we don't want them depowering a weapon again the next time they activate that backup battery hack. We also need to stop them fixing that, because they are about to run away once they do. Blah. I did not like that fight. Ooh, storage cache. Double missiles, though. Okay, good. It's a long enough cloak that they're synced up and we can cloak both of them. We can't keep them in the hat cloak cycle indefinitely with this missile, it's too fast. But we can certainly delay it for long enough that we can hopefully just knock it offline. Although we might be able to delay it indefinitely actually if they, say, hold off on firing it because they are themselves cloaked. With level 3 in both hacking and cloaking, we can delay it a really, really long time. And now we got him. Couldn't quite take their cloaking all the way out, but we're nearly there. If we hit their piloting, they just die. See? Nice. I think I might, in the flagship fight, actually prefer that because of the higher chance of fires and it can do breaches. It does actually has the same chance of fires, but more chance of breaches and stuff like that. Until then, though, I want the burst laser so that I can weapon hack, and it gives me more shots. This is where I really wish this was a 4-slot ship and I could just use that as well. We're about to get 10 fuel for free, I don't need to do that. I feel like that sector was not that... it was okay. Frankly, this entire run has not been very high on scrap. We'll take a repair station. We could actually hit all 3 repair stations here, but we don't really need to. We could just go here, there, there. Fights give more scrap though, so. I think this is a not enough time event, but I don't care. They had double missiles, I'll just take the low scrap amount and be happy with it. Good. Do a big long cloak. Actually, we might be able to crew kill this. I mean, there's a raging fire over in a locked room, so... And these two are gonna suffocate. Yep. We should be able to crew kill this after all. Got it. Actually, that wasn't a not enough time event, so which is good because it means the crew kill is a high reward instead of just a medium reward. That means we have enough scrap to do this. Take this fight. Of course they kept the missile. Why wouldn't they keep the missile? Get more damage buffers. And now we'd like to upgrade doors, max out the reactor, that kind of thing. If I hack piloting here, I'm guaranteed to do 4 damage on weapons. That makes them not dangerous. So in this case, we will do that. Ah! Okay, we did 1 less damage than I was supposed to because I did not fire the burst 2 in time. There we go. Had we not got the shield training, we'd do it here. Down you go. So get the doors up first. Sadly, that's been taken over. Let's go this way then. We're actually going to probably hit the flagship ahead of it getting to the base, because, yeah, we're going to catch up with it here. This gives us another chance to, we can potentially reset hack an extra time if we need to. We're going to swap that burst 1 out. It gives us more power, and since we're going to be hacking shields, the number of shots we have is not as important. But the ability to do fires and breaches is quite important. So, phase 1. What are you hacking? Something that doesn't matter in the slightest. That's what I wanted to see. We will therefore fight you here. Cloak those missiles. Mind control you, you'll run into shields. They get to cloak again before we get to shoot again, but we will get to shoot into shields in just a moment and hopefully inflict quite a few casualties. Ooh, get wrecked. Cut that out. He'll run away. You two go into shields and get stuck there. Ah! You little bastard. Get wrecked. I think the only way we're getting more crew kills is with mind control, because they only have 3 hull. But we can safely wait for the mind control to come off cooldown. Cloak that. Mind control you. Take the missiles back down. Yeah, this mind-controlled guy should get killed, and that will be the last kill we get of this phase. If I could time this exactly right... Actually, I know how I can do that. Side room bug! Yeah, we killed off almost all of their crew. That was really, really good. Repair station got taken over, but we do have another fight to go to. I'll swap back to the burst one in case I want a weapon hack here. Nah, this is a pilot hack fight. We'll take that off now since we have the hack on it. Gonna actually stick with these weapons for the later phases because especially, you know, we've got all the crew kills we need. I think they have 2 crew left. And, you know, having an extra shot will be especially useful in the phase 3. Can we do this and that? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, having an extra shot will be particularly useful in phase 3 when we have to get through the Zoltan shield. I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit B is the button that N is the button that activates the hack, and B is the button that activates your backup battery. They're right next to each other on the keyboard. I hit N instead of B, so we're not going to fully get rid of their shields here, unfortunately. That's why you shouldn't hack with backup battery power, I guess. Well, let's do this another way. Let's mind control you. I think even doing the 1 damage is enough that I can cloak both the missiles and the drone surge. But I mean, I shouldn't be taking missiles here at all. And I may end up now taking a second drone surge that I otherwise would not have done. No, I will have it back in time, good. Cloak that. My NG is slapping the boarding drone to death. Blow him up. Get side roomed. So despite the misplay, we don't take any damage, and they have no boarding crew left to use, so it'll just be an ordinary fight against the Zoltan shield ship. We counter their mind control with our own. We'll chase after them, even though we're not going to do the runaway trick. We don't need to. We can't get any upgrades. 4 scrap short. That might have been a bit early. I think it was. Yeah. Oh well. Salt and Shield's down, and that means it's just a matter of time before they're dead. Cloak. Too many dodges, but it's fine. Oh no, an advanced AI has taken it over. What will we do? Well, I gotta say, this is probably the most relaxing stealth B run that I've had in a while. As soon as we found that Sector 1 store where we were able to swap the Glaive Beam for Flak and a Burst 1. It's sad that we couldn't swap it for Flak and a Burst 2, but we got the Burst 2 eventually anyway. So, yeah, that was pretty good. And we have now won 35 in a row, and the best thing is that as long as I keep winning, I don't have to play Stealth B for at least 22 runs. That's positive. That's a really great incentive for me to not lose, is to put off having to play Stealth B again for a really long time. Score's not very high. I'm not surprised by that. Our scrap total is pretty mediocre. Beacons explored is also not great, which I tend to find happens on Stealth B because I often find it happens on Stealth B because the ship is so fragile that you can't afford to, you need to be really, really careful about how you approach exits. That wasn't so much the case in this run. I think they were just in bad locations most of the time. So, 5268. That's 500 wins now on this profile. And who are we playing next? 3, 2, 1, and go. I think we've already played that on this part. Let me double check. Yes, we have. In fact, that was the one that I got the 30 win on. 3, 2, 1, go. Have we done this? No, we have not played Mantis C on this part of the streak. So this ended our previous best streak until this one. Hopefully that won't happen again. And but you know, we're past Stealth B, so I'm confident of being able to continue for quite a while. Let's see if that's we'll see if that's founded next time. I hope you enjoyed the run, and bye for now.